Morning. A bit very carefully about this one. In the last session we covered already related to so switch. I mean if else we completed already, right? Now the next concept what I'm trying to talk is switch statement. Are you getting? Now I'm trying to take switch statement, right? Sir, it's a very simple terminology. Of course, seems to be switch statement is a very easy, but no, sir, there are multiple points we require to take care. That's why take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? Okay, sir. Now switch statement, right? Okay, what we have? Suppose if multiple options are there, sir. Assume that I have multiple options are there. If sir, if assume int x is equal to int x is equal to some number. I may get randomly from the keyboard. Assume that, sir, or int x is equal to integer dot parse int of integer dot parse int of x of 0. Like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, from where I'm getting this number? From the command line I'm getting some number. Now switch off x. Sorry, here just let me take if of x is equal to 1. If of x is equal to 1, then automatically just print the system.out.println. Okay, like a system.out.println. This is John, something like I'm trying to take, sir. John. Okay, like I'm trying to take. Next, else is x is equal to 2. Else if x is equal to 2, system.out.println. Okay, just peb like this I'm trying to take, sir. Okay, peb like this I'm trying to take. Next, again else if like multiple times we require to take. So unnecessary. Do you know what will happen is, sir, readability of the code is going to be down, length of the code is going to increase. Remember this one, sir. So if multiple options are there, never recommended to use what, sir, if else. Instead if else is not recommended, sir. If else unnecessary, length of the code is going to increase, readability by default is going to be down. Remember, right? So to handle such type of cases, happily we can go for which concepts are switch statement, right? Are you in the position to understand, right? So to handle such type of cases, we require to go for switch statement, right? Okay, like now take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? So when we can go for if else, when we can go for switch statement, anyone can you please tell? As per this discussion, can you please tell when we should go for if else and when we should go for switch statement? Anyone? Right, please respond. Anyone? When we should go for if else, when we should go for switch statement? Okay, if else, if only one or two options are there, better to go for if else. If a huge number of options are there, better to go for switch statement also. Switch statement, right? Okay, well, next, even instead of if else also, sir, do you know you should have familiarity with the conditional statement. Conditional statement. Remember this one. Instead of if else, sometimes we can choose conditional statement also. I mean conditional operator. Do you know ternary operator? Ternary operator, conditional operator, or otherwise ternary operator you can use. So that knowledge also compulsory you should have. Suppose best example here. I'm taking, sir, here just observe. Now I'm trying to take system.out.println. M1 I'm trying to take like this, right? Assume that M1 of M1 here just observe if M1 or instead of that here just a system.out.println M1 of X. I'm calling M1 method like this. So now here just int X is equal to, then I'm trying to take M1 of X I'm trying to call. Now what I'm doing is public sir, here public static string M1 of int X, public static string M1 of int X. Sir, if X is lesser than 10, if X is less than 10, Sir, return, okay, return, what I have to say, it is a smaller number. It is a small number. It is a small number. Okay, like I'm trying to take, sir. Return, it is a small number, like else, I'm trying to take return, it is a big number. It is a big number, like I'm trying to take, sir. Okay, just observe that very carefully. Sir, this is if else. This knowledge must be required for you people for the exam sake, sir. Okay, it is a smaller number, it's small number, it is a big number, like do you know, if you have this type of thing, can you please guide what is the output by default you are going to get? R index is equal to integer dot parse int index is equal to integer dot parse int args 0 I'm trying to take, sir. Okay, accept 0. I'm trying to pass command line argument. Now it is a very simple, sir. What I have to take, sir? Let me compile this code. Very important terminology, friends. Yes, the code compiles fine. I'm not doing any mistake at all. The code compiles fine. Java tester, I'm passing 5. What the answer? It is a smaller number. Java tester 15 I'm taking. It is big number, something like that. Are you in the position to understand, friends? Respond. Are you in the position to understand how this one is going to behave? Yes. Okay. Now, so what the people are going to use is, okay, just what the people are going to use is here. Do you know, sir? Can you please replace this if else? Can you please replace this if else with my requirement is? Listen very carefully, sir. Can you please replace which of the following code replaces if else present inside M1 method? Maybe a chance, sir, to ask this type of question for the exam. Very important, sir, about the ternary operator. Next, related to if else. Remember, have a look once, sir. What I'm trying to say, which of the following code replaces if else inside M1 method. If else inside M1 method. Okay, like I have to take. What I'm trying to take here is option 1. Okay, return. Observe very carefully, sir. Return. So x greater than 10, x lesser than 10. Sir, x lesser than 10 question mark. It is a small number. It is a small number. It is a small number. X lesser than 10. It is a small number. Sir, colon. It is a big number. Else it is a big number. It is a big number. Like, do you know, this is sir? This is one statement. If x return x lesser than 10 colon, like. Now I'm trying to take here if x return if x less than 10, it is a smaller number, like. Sir, here I'm trying to take, sir, here just observe carefully, right? Now here just I'm trying to take x greater than 10. It is a big number. It is a big number. It is a big number. Big number. Next time after that else it is a small number. It is a small number, like. Now have you observed just unnecessary confusion? Beyond that, nothing, sir. So they are always, their intention is to create confusion, not to answer this type of thing. Very important, sir. So if else is already there, friend, so which code will replaces if else inside M1 method? Can you please observe very carefully and check all possibilities? Very important possibility for the exam sake. Which of the following code replaces if else inside the M1 method? Yes, friends, can you please guide which code is going to replace? Yes, respond each and every person. Why you are feeling I don't think? Why? Yes, what is the correct answer in this case? So which code will replace, okay, like this type of thing is very important, very important, sir. Can you please guide what the answer? Swaroop, Bhaskar, all the remaining people, can you please cross check what the answer we are going to get? More observation must be required. Why Sharat, can you please check each and everything clearly, man? Why you have the doubt? I don't know the reason. Very important, these type of things are very common for the exam sake. They're always going to ask, they are playing the games with the ternary operator, okay, by comparing with if else. Like Amit, Tejasvi, can you please cross check all the people what the answer we are going to get? Which of the following can be used to replace if else inside M1? So the answer, can I use the word? Answer is A, correct or not? Answer is A, correct or not? Correct. Next, D also logically it is the correct. If you want, you can cross check. D also. No. D is the wrong. Only A. Because the reason is, if x is less than 10, okay, it is a smaller number. If x is not less than 10, it is a bigger number. So if I pass x value is the 10, if I pass x value is the 10, what is the answer we are going to get? It is a big number. But if I pass x is equal to 10, this one is going to provide, it is a small number. So that's why it is a wrong. X less than 10, x greater than 10, this condition is the wrong. If I can take x greater than or equal to 10, can you please guide? Sir, now is this option is the valid? X greater than or equal to 10. X is not less than 10 means greater than or equal to 10, it is a big number, otherwise it is a small number. Can you please guide this E option is the correct or not? Please respond. This E option itself is the correct or not? Yes, E option itself is the correct. Remember this one, sir, A and the E. Now why this one is wrong? If you pass x is equal to 10, so this if else, what is the answer we are going to get? Sir, what this answer is going to tell? So observe, cross check these two answers. So there is a difference is there. That's why. So take very special care about this type of terminology, friends. Which of the following code replaces if else inside M1 method? A comma E. Okay, like I'm taking, sir. Any doubt? All the things are very clear for you people. Maybe a chance to have these things, right? Next, one more thing just I'm trying to take. One more thing just I'm trying to take, of course. So just this is one thing. Next, the same way they will ask multiple styles. Okay, multiple styles. Okay, like what they will do is now listen carefully. So here int x is equal to like they are going to provide. Now if x sir, just if x lesser than 5, if x less than 5, return red, like this I'm taking. If x less than 5, return red like this. Okay, now if x do you know what is the int? Just print int x red. What I'm trying to take. Okay, if x less than 5, sir, else x is equal to 5. Else if x is equal to 5, return orange. Okay, like orange. Okay, like I'm taking. Next, else return green. I'm trying to take. Okay, green. I'm trying to take. Okay, well, that's all. So the same. Now observe a bit very carefully about this one, sir. Which code replaces, okay, this if else else and this nested if else, which code replaces, okay, maybe a chance. Of course, instead of two conditions, they are trying to ask a third condition also. Which of the following code, which of the following code replaces, okay, nested if else present inside, present inside. It is if else later, not nested if else, okay. No problem. Inside else part we are using again if else, okay. Inside else again if else, yeah, no problem if you can. So if else, okay, if else later if else later present inside, if else later present inside m1 method, okay. Like, can you please guide which one is the correct answer? Okay, only one option directly I'm trying to take. Anyone, can you please guide what that options are? So I want to take like return just what I'm trying to take here string. One minute here, let me make some change. String result is equal to null. Next here directly return statements I use it, right? Okay, now result is equal to red. Now result is equal to red, I'm taking. Next result is equal to orange, else if result is equal to orange. Next, and after that here result is equal to green. Now at last I have to take return result. Okay, now just I'm using one local variable, right? So now this if else replacer with which syntax. This is about my requirement, right? So first thing is this one is going to work or not. This is going to work or not. Forget about the remaining. Just let me execute this code, sir. Sir, if I provide yes, if I'm trying to yes, the code compiles fine. There is no problem at all. Yes, we are returning proper. Next here, if I can take a 2, now I have to get a red as the answer. If I provided 5, now I have to get orange as the answer. If I provided a 10, now I have to get green as the answer. Yes, perfect. So everything is a proper, right? Okay. Now if it is lesser than 5, red. If it is greater, if it is equal to 5, orange. Otherwise result is the green, like. So which of the following code replaces if else ladder present inside m1 method? Okay, result is equal to what I'm trying to take, x lesser than 5. Okay, x lesser than 5. If x lesser than 5, okay, now the result will become red. Okay. Next x is equal to 5. Now it will become orange. Okay, orange. Next like otherwise it will become green. Okay, like I'm trying to get green. Okay, like this is. So can you please observe, is it going to fulfill my requirement? Yes friends, is it going to fulfill my requirement? Who is telling no? Bhaskar, what is the problem? Yes, no. Is it going to fulfill my requirement? Sorry, here question mark by mistake. This is my mistake. Yeah. Is it going to fulfill my requirement? Yes, no. Okay, well, this is one option what I'm trying to take, sir. Now second option is, now observe that. So I want to make a complete change. If x greater than 5, okay, now can you please print green if x greater than 5, can you please print the green. Next else if x green, if x lesser than 5, can you please print the red, can you please print the red, sir? Otherwise, so just can you please print the orange? Okay, like, can you please cross check, is it going to fulfill my requirement? Yes, friends, is it valid? Same thing or not? Yes, it is also valid, no problem at all. Next, I'm trying to take. So here this is a complete. If x is equal to 5, if x is equal to 5, okay, can you please print orange? Okay, I'm trying to take orange. Sir, else if x less than 5, red. Otherwise, green. I'm trying to take. Can you please tell, is it going to fulfill my requirement? X is equal to 5, orange. If x is less than 5, red. Okay, like, so all these cases perfectly can replace here. We are not required to return. We are not required to use return statement in the conditional operator. Next, moreover, you know, in the code, just I'm assigning to the result only. At last, a separate return statement I wrote Nagateja. Getting right? Okay. So just now here just observe my point. Sir, which of the following code won't replaces or otherwise replaces, like, sir, all of these. Simple answer. Simple answer. What answer we can guess? Sir, can you please tell? Obviously D itself is the answer. Boss, maybe a chance to ask this type of questions. So for the exam sake, take very special case, especially if else with the ternary operator, very hot combination for the exam, friends. So what answer we are going to get is D. All of these are the correct. Any doubt? Okay, so just aware. Anyway, under if else, it is highly recommended to cover these things also. Next, and after that, when we should go for, okay, so just if else under switch statement, if just one or two options are there, or very less number of options are there, better to go for if else. If a huge number of options are there, better to go for switch statement. It is so it increases readability by reducing the code. Remember, it increases readability by reducing the code. Okay, like this one. Next, related to switch statement, there are multiple things are available, friends. Okay, what those conclusions, right? So what is the main advantage of switch statement? Can you please tell? Readability by default will be improved, but performance wise there is no difference at all. Remember this one, performance wise there is no difference at all. So readability by default will be improved. That's what you should await, sir. Now, sir, what is the syntax? What is the syntax for switch statement, right? What the syntax is, instead of writing like this, if else, and so on, the same, just we can take switch off x. Okay, switch off x. Now case one, just system.out.println. Sir, can you please print John? System.out.println. Can you please print John? Next, break. Okay, break. That's all. Just a break. Next, case two. System.out.println. Okay, pep. Case 2, system.out.println pep. Now, can you please break? Okay, like dot. I hope everyone in the position to understand, right? So this type of thing you have to take care. Next, at last, you know, here you can take even default case also, even safe side default case also. What this default case is going to do? If for no case matched, then only this default case is going to execute, sir. This is default action. If no case is matched, then only default case is going to be happen. So now clear readability by default will be there. Okay, remember this one. Clear readability by default will be there. That's why it's highly recommended to use a switch statement if you have multiple options, right? Any doubt, friends? All the things are clear, right? When we should go for switch statement, when we should go for if else. Now the first important conclusion what I have to take, sir, this is a very important point for the exam sake. So for the switch argument, which types are allowed? Okay, for if else, the type is always boolean. For if the type is always boolean. But for switch, which types are allowed? Very important, sir. The argument types are, listen carefully. Byte is allowed, short is allowed, int is char is allowed, int is allowed. Byte, short, char, int. So this is, but boolean and float and double, these things are not allowed. Of course, still some more options are there, valid option. As of now, primitive types, just observe this one. Byte, short, char, int is allowed. Long, okay, long, boolean, long, float, double. These are 4 things are not allowed, but these are things are allowed. Remember this one. So for the switch argument type, which data types are allowed? Byte, short, char, int allowed, but boolean, long, float, double are not allowed. Then immediately you ask, sir, why these things are not allowed, but why these things are only allowed? Okay, like now it's a very simple, sir. Now if you observe that, if you observe how many, if I can take this is int type, assume that it is the int type, assume if it is the int type, int type. Now do you know, sir, how many cases are possible? If x is 1, if x is 2, if x is 3, like if it is the int type, what is the range of int? Minus 21, 47, 48, 36, 48 to 21, 47, 48, 36, 47, 36, 47. This is right. Are you getting? Minus 21, 47, 48, 36, 48 to 21, 47, 48, 36, 47. This is the int range. Remember this one. So if you pass int, these many options you can take inside the switch statement. Array, if x is so and so, if x is a 10, if x is 100, if x is 1000, like so these many options you can take. More than this, sir, either any option is required means no, sir. Already this is huge number of options are going to be covered. More than this number of options not required. That's why, do you know? That's why long is not allowed. Are you getting? Why long is not allowed? Because more than int number of options not required. That's why long is not required, not allowed. Okay, like next, sir, here if it is a float and a double, why float and double is not allowed? I have one small doubt, sir. Sir, 0 to 1, how many float values are there? How many float values are there? Can you please tell? 0 to 1, how many float values are there? Infinite number of float values are there. 0.1, 0.01, 0.0001, like infinite number of options are there. So it is not possible to define infinite number of options. Remember this one, infinite, 0 to 1, infinite number of options are there. Okay, to define all those options is nothing but meaningless. That's why float and double. So for the switch argument, the type is not allowed. Boss, are you in the position to understand? Array, these many number of options are not required. Next, infinite number of options are defining is a meaningless. That's why float and double is not allowed, because x is always going to represent a number of options. So allowed options. Okay, like next, why boolean is not allowed? Why boolean is not allowed? Sir, if I can take boolean, what are the allowed values? Please respond. If I can take boolean, what are the allowed values? True or false? True or false? Okay. Sir, assume it is a boolean type. Assume it is a boolean type. Now case true, and case false. So how many cases are possible? If boolean is allowed, then how many cases are possible? Only two cases. Only two cases. Case true, case false. If you have only two cases, why you are coming to switch statement? Better to go for if else only. Are you getting? Better to go for if else only. That's why. So Boolean. That is the reason. Boolean is not allowed. Boolean is not allowed. Remember this one. So I hope why long is not allowed. Why float and double is not allowed? Why true and false are not allowed? Boolean is not allowed. Now the reasons are very clear. Any doubt? Next, byte, short, char, int. So predefine the range only. Okay, that's why I mean fixed range only. So that's why up to that is allowed, no problem at all. So now take very special care. Okay, 1 minute. Very special care about this one. So which of the following types are allowed? Which of the following types are allowed for switch argument type? Maybe a chance to ask, sir, here which of the following types are allowed for switch argument type? Switch argument type. Okay, like if I can say all these things, sir, these are allowed and these things are not allowed. Okay, of course I will frame the bit, don't worry, sir. Any doubt about this one? Yes, friends, can you please up to this, any doubt? All the things are very clear, not required to keep any explanation up to this one, sir. Now I'm trying to ask again the question, again the question. Here the same question I'm trying to ask. Now observe carefully, right? Now I have a look one. From 1.5 version, Autoboxing and auto unboxing concept came. Because of Autoboxing and auto unboxing concept, okay, do you know? So you integer primitive type wrapper object interchangeably we can use, no problem at all. Interchangeably you can use, no issue at all. Wrapper classes and corresponding primitives interchangeably you can use. Because of the byte is allowed, short is allowed, next character is allowed, next integer is allowed. Again, byte is allowed, short is allowed, character is allowed, integer is allowed. Remember, okay? So from 1.5 version onwards, okay, so these things are allowed, sir. In but these things, do you know the corresponding wrapper classes? Boolean, next one after that long, next one after that float, okay, next one after that double. These kind of things are not allowed. Take very special care, sir. Okay, these things are allowed, but these things are not allowed. Okay, like next, sir, this is so which types are allowed? Like next, from 1.5 version onwards, we have one concept named with the enum. Remember this one. What the concepts are? Enum is there. So don't think too much. Enum itself is a group of constants. Constants, right? Okay. So something like a group of constants is by default considered as enum like that. So from 1.5 version onwards, of course, enum concept came in the 1.5. From 1.5 version onward, enum is also allowed. It is always a group of fixed number of constants. That's why happily we can take enum also, no issue at all. Best example for you. You may have the doubt about this one. Here, just have a look once, sir. Of course, I will discuss in detail. Don't worry, sir. Now I have one enum is there. Assume that enum beer is there. Can you please tell some allowed constants for the beer? Please respond. Constants for the beer. KF is one constant. Kingfisher, knockout. Next Royal Challenge. Next one after that Foster. Next Budweiser, something like that. There are multiple options are there. Now I can use the word. It is a group of constant. Every constant is an object to every constant itself is an object of beer type. Okay, now here what I'm trying to say, beer p is equal to beer dot kf. Beer b is equal to beer dot kf. Assume that sir, beer b is equal to beer dot kf. So now B value is the KF because everything is public static final constants. These constants are beer objects like now switch off B. Okay, like we can take. So case KF. Here we can use the word system.out.println. Sir, it is too light. Okay, it is too light. We can take next break. Now observe carefully, right? Sir, similarly, if I can take case KO, okay, like a case KO, like it is not that much kick, kick, okay, like we can take case KO. Next case RC, it is a children's brand, something like I can take it is a children's brand, okay, like I'm trying to take sir. Next sir, here this is RC. Next if I can take sir case FO, anyway most of the times it is Australian beer, most of the times beautiful offer will be there for this, buy one get one free, okay, like now other than this, if you have any default other than this, if you pass anything, okay, that is what default, now other brands are not recommended, okay, like I'm taking sir. Okay, so now take very special care about this terminology, right? Now are you in the position to understand? So instead of from 1.5 version onwards, happily we are allowed to use enum also, enum type also, no problem at all. Now observe carefully, based on your provided value, the corresponding thing is going to be executed, sir. Okay, here best example I'm taking. Yes, the code compiles fine. We are not going to get any error. Maybe while parsing, maybe here one more parenthesis is required. One more curly braces is required to close the switch. Okay, now observe. Yes. Okay. Now Java test I'm taking. Here just observe that. What the answer we are going to get is too light because my constant value is the KF. Regarding it's a too light, constant value is the KF. Now I'm taking KO, sir. Then what the answer we are going to get? If I can take KO, then automatically it's not that much kick. Have you observed? It's not that much kick. Clear. KO is already there, not error. If I declare RC, then what is the answer we are going to get here is, yes, here observe that RC. Yes, it is the children's brand. Okay, like if I can take FO, buy one get one free. Perfect. If I can take FO, buy one get one free is the thing we are going to get. If you choose local brands, something like Kalyani, Kharjura, something local brands are there, sir. If you can choose local brands, very simple answer is going to tell the other brands are not recommended. Here Kalyani, B.Kalyani is not there, sir, here in our constants. So that's why we are going to get the error. Okay, don't worry at all. Here assume that Kalyani is also there, sir. Okay, Kalyani is also there. Now have a look once. What the answer we are going to get is, sir, like now perfectly other brands are not recommended. So please make sure, sir, what is enum? This is the concept which came in the 1.5 version. Enum can be used to represent a group of predefined constants. Okay, that's all. Next, we can pass this enum type. B is what type? B type. B is what type? Enum type. So we can pass enum type as the argument to switch statement. This facility came from which version onwards? 1.5 version onwards. Remember, any doubt? Friends, so from 1.5 version onwards, happily we can take enum type also as the argument. Remember, right? Happily we can take enum type also as the argument, no problem at all. Clear, right? Okay. Next, one more thing is also there, sir. Okay, enum is also allowed from 1.5 version onwards. Next, from 1.7 version onwards. From 1.7 version onwards, right? Okay, 1.7 version onwards. Okay, even string is also allowed. String type also allowed. String type also allowed, right? Okay, string type also allowed, like remember that. Enum will give performance more compared to switch. Sharat, enum will provide more performance than normal class. Okay, not compared to switch statement. Enum and class, both concepts are there. Performance wise, enum is more when compared with the normal class concept. Sharat. Next, don't compare class with the switch statement. Both are not comparable. Yeah. Now, one string type is also allowed. Next, while comparing, remember this one. While comparing with the case labels, it will always use. While comparing case labels, it will always use equals method, which is meant for content comparison. I told right content comparison. Do you know? Because in string class equals method is overridden for content comparison. That's why happily you can pass a string type as the argument, but this facility came from which version onwards? 1.7 version onwards. No, Syed, here we can't. It is automatically, it's going to be happen, right? Automatically it's going to be happen. That's why it's always going to use equals method. It never going to use equals ignore case method by default. Because in the case of switch, who is the responsible to compare? Array this b value comparing with kf, this b value comparing with ko, automatically JVM is the responsible. I'm not doing. So JVM is always going to call equals method, not the equals method only it's going to call. Okay, please make sure, sir. So clear, right? I hope not required to give much explanation about this terminology. Okay, well, now is there any chance to have? Is there any chance? Just let me check some questions related to this string also. Slowly you will get. Don't worry, sir. Now the next thing what I have to discuss, of course, sir. So up to this we covered only one array. Which types are allowed? Which types are allowed for the switch argument type? Can you please tell total allowed types for the switch argument? Byte is allowed. Please respond. Byte is allowed. Short is allowed. Char is allowed. Int is allowed. Byte, short, char, int. Okay. Byte, short, char, int allowed. Next one after that. So the corresponding wrapper class is also allowed. Byte, short, character. Byte, short, character, and then character, and then integer like that. Next, in addition to this, sir, enum type is allowed. Are getting enum is allowed, and even string is also allowed. That's all. So these are allowed argument types for the switch statement. Other than these, by mistake, if you are passing any other, immediately error by default we are going to get. Remember this one, sir. Okay, that's why take a bit very special care about this terminology. Okay, like that. Next, sir, second point. Of course, this is only argument types. Okay, but enum I covered example, but string anyway. I will give an example. Don't worry, sir. What is the next thing? What I have to take? Or let me go for string case also one example. So you may familiar with that. Okay, here I'm trying to take string. Here just switch args of 0. Args are 0 I'm taking. Can you please tell args of 0 is what type? Please respond. Args of 0 is what type? What type? String type. It is a string array. Args is the string array. Args of 0 is the string type. String type you can pass an argument, no problem at all. Now, sir, here just I'm trying to take. Sir, here just case Java. I'm trying to take, sir. Case Java. I'm trying to take. Okay. Now, sir, it is here. Just I'm trying to take. It is evergreen. It is evergreen, but slowly going down. But slowly going down. Okay, it is evergreen earlier, but slowly going down. Okay, like I took. Sir, Python, like. So it is dominating. It is one of the one of trending technology. Python trending language, like I'm taking, sir, case Python. Next case dev dev apps DevOps, like now I'm trying to take case DevOps. So do you know number one technology to settle your life? Number one technology to settle your life, Okay, number one technology today, number one technology today to settle your life. Okay, so now here just observe that. So that's all. Just I'm taking. Next, I'm trying to take like, so just default, like I'm taking, sir. So now here just maybe default I'm trying to take. Okay, like just this is my feeling. But slowly going down. Okay, let me, because being Java faculty, I can't tell the facts. Anyway, it is evergreen. Okay, just let me take this one. So next, default. Okay, so what we call, we can't predict the life of what these technologies, like. Okay, just I'm taking something like, don't feel these are things are okay, facts are, these are not. I'm keeping some. Now here, see this one. So here, have you observed, right? Now I'm taking Java, Python, DevOps, like Java, Python, DevOps, like. My intention is you require to familiar. We are passing. Do you know? So string type also as the argument. Is it going to work or not? That's what my question. Yes, I'm not going to get any error. Perfect, because I'm not doing any syntactical mistake. Java I'm taking, sir. Yes, what the answer? It is evergreen. Now I'm trying to take, sir, Python. Now perfect. It is one of the trending language. Okay, like next here Java test. Next Java instead of Python. Now I'm taking, sir, DevOps. Okay, number one technology today to settle your life. Okay, now I'm taking data science. Data science. So just we can't predict the life as of now in India. So just the number one booming is a DevOps, even when compared with the data science also. But maybe within 1 or 2 years in India especially, these data science may dominate. But as of now, DevOps is the dominating technology. Okay, remember. Getting right? Any doubt about, I mean, so here don't think about these technologies. Is it possible to pass a string type or not? This is what my requirement, friends. Any doubt? Ayo, friends, any doubt about this one? Okay, well, Swaroop, are you working in the company? Swaroop, are you working in the company or in the college? I thought that you are working in some college, right? University or something like. Yeah, maybe. Now observe. Can you please observe, Raja? Sir, with issue YAS 1.8 with source 1.8, can you try passing at the int? What is the problem? Definitely it will work. Raja. Definitely it will work. You can pass int type as the argument. You never going to face any problem at all. Int x is equal to 10. Int x is equal to 10. Sir, here just I'm taking x value. Forget about all these cases and so on. Yes, syntactical checking only I want to take. Yes, Abjan. Yes, of now, just maybe I'm using which version, I'm not sure. Java C iPhone version 1.11, Java C tester.java 1.11, perfectly it is valid. Perfectly it is valid. Java C iPhone source 1.8, sorry 1.8 tester.java. Yes, what is the problem? From Java beginning onwards it is allowed. Yes, it is just warning. It is just warning. That's all. The code compiles. No problem at all. Raja, getting right? It is allowed. No issue at all. So now these are the allowed types and the small examples already I covered, right? Okay. Clear, right? Next. Yeah. Next, the next thing what I have to talk is very simple, sir. Now there is another important thing is there. What that is? Here just observe a bit carefully. Now my question is, for the switch statement, curly braces are there. Can you please confirm curly braces are mandatory? Curly braces are mandatory. Next, can you please confirm curly braces are mandatory or not? Yes, for the switch, curly braces are mandatory. Remember this one, sir. For switch, curly braces are mandatory. Curly braces are mandatory. Okay, mandatory. Do you know, sir? Curly braces are mandatory only few cases. One is a switch case. One is a switch case. Next, try catch finally. Here also curly braces are mandatory. Remember this one, sir. Here also for the switch and try catch finally curly braces are mandatory. Next, if else syntax is there. Next, loops are there. Loops are there. Here curly braces are optional. Remember this one, sir. Curly braces are optional for all the loops. Curly braces are optional, but a switch statement, try catch finally, curly braces are mandatory. Remember, right? Okay. Next, within the switch statement, we can have multiple cases. Have you remembered? We can have multiple cases. At last, we can have default case also. Can you please confirm? Among case under default, which is mandatory and which is optional? Please confirm. Among case under default, which is mandatory and which is optional? Anyone? Can you please tell which is mandatory? I mean, case under default. At least one case must be required, but default is optional. Anyone having such type of thing? Yes, sir. At least one case must be required, but a default is optional. At least one case is required, but default is optional. Okay, like no. So all cases are optional. Default is also optional. Okay, default is also optional. Case, you are not required to take anything inside switch, but what the use of that? Don't worry, but syntactically is it valid or not? Yes, just now I checked, sir. Yes, this is, I'm not taking any case, I'm not taking any default. Now let me compile. Happily the code compiles fine. There is no problem at all. Clear? Are you in the position to understand? So inside the switch, both the case and the default are optional. Inside the switch, both the case and the default are optional. Okay, optional. Remember this one. Inside switch, both case and the default are optional. Like this, you should aware. Okay. Now the next thing what I have to discuss, right? Okay, curly braces are mandatory. Next and after that, do you know, both case and default are optional. It is. Next, now do you know, maybe a chance to ask this type of questions. Just observe that. Sir, snippet 1. Just I'm trying to take this one, sir. Just of course you can easily answer this because just now I covered. Snippet 1. Okay, snippet 1. What's my coding snippet is? Sir, int x is equal to 10. I'm taking switch off x, switch off x. I'm taking, sir, just the case 10, system.out.println, 10, sir, 10. Okay, like I'm trying to take. So this is my snippet 1. Sir, now my snippet 2 is here. Just a snippet 2 is so here I'm just taking default, okay, like default, like I'm trying to take. Okay, this is the second case. Third one, sir, third snippet I'm taking, snippet 3. I'm not taking any default or case. So in which of the following cases the code won't compile? This is about my question. What answer you can tell? Of course, just now our knowledge is more enough to answer. In which of the following cases the code won't compile? The code won't compile. In which case the code won't compile? Anyone? Which of the following coding snippets causes compile time error? Sharath, why you are feeling first one is invalid? Why you are feeling first one is invalid? Case num. What is the problem? Perfectly, this one is valid, right? Valid. First one is valid. Yes, you can take case. So whatever switch argument you are taking, argument type, that type of values you can take, no problem at all. Itself is acceptable. If you want, you can cross check. Acceptable. What is the answer we are going to get? 10 itself is the answer. Sorry. Java test. What answer we are going to get? 10. Perfect. It's a valid. Valid like that. So in which of the following cases, okay, which of the following coding snippets causes compile time error? Maybe a chances are based on this small point. Okay, here just consider the following coding snippets, the following coding snippets. Okay, like I'm taking, yes, which of these snippets, which of the following snippets, following snippets causes compile time error, causes compilation fails, or causes compile time error, or will give compile time error, causes compilation fails. Okay, it's a more meaningful. Compilation fails, causes compilation fails. Can you please observe first only coding snippet 1, only coding snippet 1, 2, 3, like next 1 and 2 here 1 and, okay, like you can ask coding snippets, coding snippets, sir, 1, 2 or 2 or 3, like just coding snippets, snippet 2 or 3, like next you can take 1, 3, 1, 3, next none of these. Okay, so which of the following? None of these. Okay, like that. Can you please guide among these, which of these coding snippets are going to raise compile time error? What the answers are? What the answer we can consider? Last one. Okay, none of these, because all these things are perfectly valid. All these things are perfectly valid. Not required to give any explanation about this one, sir. Okay, remember that. Okay, so that's all. Next, so is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, I hope you can understand. Not required to give much explanation about this terminology. So these are various coding snippets. What you should aware related to what? Switch statement, right? Okay. Now the next thing, the next rule, what I have to discuss. This is about curly braces. Already told, curly braces are optional. Next one, curly braces are mandatory. Case is optional. Case is optional and the default is also optional. So most of the people are going to fail. Okay, case is mandatory, but the default is optional. Like no, both are optional. An empty switch statement is a perfect valid syntax, right? Remember, right? Okay. Now the next one. Here I'm trying to take, sir. Here case I'm trying to take hello, like I'm taking. Can you please tell, is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid? Please confirm. Is it valid or invalid? This one is invalid because every statement inside the switch should be under some case are default. Every statement inside the switch under some case are default. That's why this itself is invalid. Remember, right? Okay. Sorry. Every statement inside a switch should be under some case or default. Remember, right? So 9 compile errors we are going to get. Take very special care because here system is not allowed, out is not allowed, print is not allowed. Here first case or default must be required. Have you observed? Case, default or curly brace are expected. Case, default or curly brace are expected. This is the compile error we are going to get. So here every statement inside the switch under some every statement inside the switch under some case or default, otherwise we will get compile time error. Remember, right? Okay, that's all. So some more things are there. Okay, these are things I will explain in the next session, friends.